Hello there, this Anonymous Tarot here with a pop-in collective message. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a full moon collective message, okay? This reading is timeless. Don't get hung up on the signs or the genders. So this morning started off very a little draining. I'm not going to lie. The energy has been intense. And offline, I plucked 3 cards to give me an overall energy of what today is encouraging, bringing, evoking within the collective. I got the Strength card, the Moon, and the 6 of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords, which isn't the most pleasant card at all. I get an energy of a lot of past pain coming up within a person, okay, or a group of people, right? Something that requires a lot of inner strength to deal with. It's like I get a vibe of someone here is overwhelmed by this moon. I don't find it a coincidence. The Moon card came out. With the 6 of Cups, this is everything to do with the past. And at the bottom of the deck, seeing the 3 of Swords, it's past pain, right? Past pain that hurt us, things that... And it's funny because I had a dream where I was addressing a person who I haven't spoken to in a very long time, but I never got closure from. And it's like this person sent a representative to me, which was a family member, to talk to me. And I was like talking to that person. And let me tell you, I was sobbing. I don't know where it came from because in my day-to-day, I don't reflect on it that much. But in the dream, I was sobbing. Like I was like crying, I was boo-hooing, and I was explaining why I was upset. But never felt the need to address it anymore, right? So this is kind of like an example. There are certain things from the past that maybe you swept under a rug, and this full moon is giving you closure with it. It's also bringing about a need for a resolution, a need for a change, okay? But I see this vibe of like, it's something that hurt. This could also be a reflection of your wounds specifically, because there was another incident in my dream. This phone is on fire. Let me see if I can put it on Do Not Disturb. Come here. It is charging. Yeah. There was a part of my dream that reflected my Chiron. For those who don't know what your Chiron placement is, it is like a wound, okay? Everybody comes in here with like this core wounding or something. And I never really believed in all the, nooks and crannies of one's birth chart, but I believe in it now because when I looked up what my Chiron was, my Chiron was in Virgo, which is, I believe, the wound of imperfection. Makes total sense. And I know I'm sharing a little bit, but I find it necessary, okay? Because in my dream there was a moment of like embarrassment or something, and people with a Chiron in Virgo, their wounding has a lot to do with how it's like the wounding of perfectionism or something, right? Which makes sense. Like I went in pageantry. It's an industry that's always very like self-critical. There's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of plucking people apart for not being perfect. So it's like I was like, in a ways, my path brought me in an industry that would really face those things. And in the dream, I was in a supermarket, and apparently I was in a towel, and somebody like grabbed the towel and dragged me across the floor. And I was like, leave me alone. And it was, people were like watching. I saw people, in this community, like looking at me. I was like, it was just a nightmare, right? So it's like, that was literally me facing my Chiron dead on. Also this channel, right? There was a time where I was anonymous and I didn't want to show my face. I was like, this is a side of me. This is a talent that I possess, but I never really felt the need to like put myself out there, right? It's a very different industry. It's a very different world. Modeling, acting is very different from this. So I was like, it was like I was literally on a roller coaster in my dreams, let me tell you. And just scene after scene after scene. It was a lot of information to digest. All right, so you might not be facing these fears or these subconscious wounds in the real world directly, but in your subconscious mind, or when you're thinking, right, even daydreaming, they might come up. All right, so That was just an example. Another example of a Chiron, for example, could be in Chiron and Taurus, where a person attaches their sense of value with the money they make. All right, that's also a wound. Or a Chiron in Leo, for example, would be the need to be seen, appreciated, validated, recognized. There's a wound like that. Those people with that Chiron, they want to be appreciated more than others or recognized for the good things they do. Okay. Or as I said in Taurus, like it's like if they don't make a set amount of money, okay, for some, these could be more flashier people or people who are very generous. It affects how they feel about themselves. So I don't know why I'm explaining this, but this would be really good to look at your wounding on a soul level and see if it matches a description of what you face in your life. All right, you can just go on Google and say, how do I calculate my Chiron? You put your birthday in there, your birth time or whatever. If you don't know, it doesn't matter where you were born, and you'll figure a lot out about yourself. Like that dream was something else. Very funny. Okay, so I'm gonna put these back and get an overall energy. When I tell you, it was just so funny. I was like, oh my God, it was just hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah. So I wonder how you guys are doing today. I have a few friends telling me how they're feeling. It is a trip. It is a trip. Okay. Challenging times. Yeah, challenging times. Different perspectives, balance in one's world, and looking for a solution to move forward to calmer waters. All right. Let's get an overall energy. I'm still laughing about that dream. Bottom. King of Fire. This King of Fire keeps coming out, guys. Okay, so this spread wants to talk about a soulmate connection. This was also the card at the bottom of the deck when I did a split before off camera. The Eight of Cups was there, which is an energy of detaching from things, walking away from things, withdrawing one's energy, a goodbye, if you will. The Lovers is a card of making choices in one's life. And the King of Fire, so this is almost encouraging somebody to do something, because the King of Fire is a masculine energy that moves forward, right? It does. Let's get the Moonology deck. It's like, how could I start a full moon reading without the Moonology deck? So someone here, it's like they're being lit up to make choices. I don't care if this is a man or a woman, but the masculine energy is kind of that side of you that's more assertive to do something. So this is evoking a person to make a choice in their life, whether it's I want a new career path, or I want to go down this path, this avenue. A win-win outcome is forecast and a fiery climax approaches. So yes, this is like seeking balance. There's something about this energy, almost like when you think of win-win, right? You know what I'm feeling? It feels like it doesn't matter if you do this, it doesn't matter if you do that. Something will happen. Something will change. So if you choose to stick around, balance will be restored in that anyway. If you choose to move forward, that's also balance restoring. But there's something happening here where the universe or, you know, the cosmos, it's like they're that confident. It feels like, well, it doesn't matter what you choose or what you do, change is going to kick off. That's what it feels like, a win-win. But whose win? Upstairs. Okay, that's immediately what I got, because a fiery climax is approaching. That's Aries energy, right? That's that fire energy. Okay, you know, I don't know if you could see what just happened, but I pulled the deck, and I kid you not, I'm looking at the Empress. So The Empress energy is fertility, growth, expansion. It is a vibe of like something that attracts as well. Also the energy of a birth of a new life, right? A new environment for some. Where the win-win outcome is forecast, it's kind of cheeky. It's like, almost smells like damned if you do, damned if you don't, but in the flip end. It's like something will come out of it regardless, because something is bubbling up. A fiery climax is approaching. This Empress steady want to stick around. Okay, let's go. It's behind the Lovers, the Eight of Cups. Yes, yeah, the shift. The shift is bigger than us humans. So it's like, it doesn't really, like, your choices obviously matter, but something will happen regardless of the choices you make or don't make. Does that make sense? Very strange. Wow, 10 of Cups to the 7 of Swords. This could have a lot to do with, for some of you, self-sabotaging energy or sabotaging energy towards a dream. The 10 of Cups is a very dreamy state. I also spoke of dreams. The 10 of Cups is a desire. It's what I want to achieve, emotional fulfillment, the importance of that in my life. But the 7 of Swords is deceptive. This could be lying to myself, lying about certain things, not acknowledging things, right? It's an avoidant, sneaky energy. The Hierophant. The Divine's energy is here in almost like encouraging a person to move forward. The Three of Wands is turning my back on the past and looking forward to bigger, brighter things. The Hierophant is kind of like, I'm getting this energy of a path I committed myself to. It speaks of commitments. This could also be the energy of like advice, wise counsel, internal advice, getting right with something. Tell me more. The Sun, getting right with something. Happiness, getting right with one's happiness. Queen of Swords. There's a vibe of like, the Queen of Swords, again, gender isn't specific, is someone who's very discerning. They can see the forest from the trees. With a 5 of Swords, it's a very pestering energy. It's a very low vibrational energy, but someone here is kind of having the upper hand over that. It's like, as much as I'd like to entertain this, I want my happiness. I'm using my discernment over what makes me happy personally. Okay. Knight of Wands, Page of Coins. For some of you, this is a new thing. Like whatever this happiness is the epitome of turning over a new leaf or starting something new or trying something new. With the Knight of Wands, that is like a passion to do it. It's very brave at times. It can be even quite impulsive when it comes to this happiness. I'm getting this energy of like closed mouths don't get fed. So let's say a person was reluctant to trying something new. It's like you won't, if that thing makes you happy, you're not gonna find that happiness. You're not gonna receive it if you know, are withdrawn. If you, it's like this energy of I want it. I want it, and I heard closed mouths don't get fed. Interesting. 10 of Pentacles, my goodness. So this here, this energy is changing someone's reality greatly. And it brings me back to this card, which I usually don't read this card this way, with a win-win outcome is forecast, but who's winning? I really feel it's like, where you get the energy of like the higher power source, right? It's like God's gonna win no matter what. Like a win-win outcome is forecast. So let's say somebody here doesn't want to change. The lesson will drive home where change will occur regardless. And let's say a person does have, you know, the faith and the power to pursue their dreams. great, right? That's change. But it's like I'm just getting a very cornered energy. Someone here feels cornered. And that's why it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Or like, it doesn't matter what I do. Either this happens or that happens. It's a very reflective vibe of feeling cornered, which is very odd. But with the 10 of Pentacles, this is the second 10 out. So that is a huge cycle closing out and a new one beginning, 10-10. You can look up that angel number. But this is changing someone's reality. This is the dream. This is the grounded version of that dream. Because Pentacles are more stable. They're more grounded. The Cups are usually more emotion-based, but also very fruity. But to me, this reads like, from dreams, it becomes reality. But it requires someone trying something new, being open to something new, wanting to receive, putting themselves in the best position to receive or take action towards it, right? To make me happy, to go for what I want the right way. It's like getting right with oneself, right? Very interesting. So with the World powering that, it's a cycle closing and a new one beginning, as I said. But it's giving me the vibe of like, this is one's legacy as well. There's a huge change in one's legacy. For some of you, this is a new legacy, one where I plant a new seed that will amount to the 10 of Pentacles, because this could be a business idea that flourishes down the line. This could be a new environment that one wants to expand in. This could be, you know, the start of a new relationship, from a friendship turning into everything with the 10 of Pentacles. This is very interesting. But I get a vibe of something that is unavoidable. Okay, as weird as it sounds, it feels something here feels a little unavoidable. 6 of Cups, the past. Someone here is looking back at memories of the past that made them happy as well. It's like, I'm looking at this person looking back and the sun is there. It's like, so if this person is in a dark place, they're looking at the times that did make them happy as well. They're reminiscing on it a lot, okay? So this is putting things in perspective of what makes me happy. Let's say this person, you know, when they were 6 years old, really loved the sound of an ice cream truck, and they always envisioned themselves having their own ice cream truck to go around the neighborhood and sell ice cream. It's like they're looking back on the past like that was it, like those were the days. And it's bringing this energy of motivation to move forward to that. This could even be a person they're looking back at that brought them a sense of happiness. What is this person gonna do about this energy? 4 of Wands, my goodness. 2 of Cups, guys. That's heavy reunion energy, like not even playing with y'all. 4 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups. It's like the cards are trying to say that this is going to result in a person likely getting right with themselves to bring the happiness home within. Even if it requires processing something new, learning something new, starting anew, or giving something a chance. There's a lot of soulmate energy here as well. These are some pleasant cards. It almost looks, you know, I got 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands. It almost smells like union within the self that brings about union external to us. Like when you come home to yourself, when you process yourself, your happiness, what makes you happy, you're no longer indecisive about that. I get a vibe of someone becoming very clear about what makes them happy, even if it means taking a trip down memory lane, right? The 4 of Wands is usually union energy. It's harmony. It's a beautiful foundation. The Ace of Pentacles just shot out here. Other cards are on the floor. This is the start of a new cycle, I'm hearing. The Ace of Coins. This is a win. Like, I'm like, what's the catch though? Like, I promise you, there's a strange energy that I'm feeling. Like, it's almost looks too good to be true. Like, what is this? That's that Ace of Pentacles. That's a new start, right? That's as I said. That this is the person, like in the analogy I mentioned, getting the means to purchase that ice cream truck, and they're like, ding, 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 and they're just living. They're living it up, selling ice cream to children because they're like, yay, ice cream. I don't know. All right, it's like there's some kind of opportunity here. The Lovers. Someone here could be offered something that gives them a choice. It's like, this almost feels very serendipitous. Like, here you go. Now what? Here you go. What do you choose to do with it? That's what it feels like. Where are these cards going? Speaking of here you go, this is an offer. What do you choose to do with it? This feels like a divine blessing, guys. A blessing in disguise. A blessing. Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles. This is going to put a person in a position to choose. Do I or do I not? I just get an energy of someone having the full picture now. So it's like with this full picture, this person is kind of like, well, what now? Four of Swords is reflecting, an energy of healing as well, reflecting on their own inner truth. The Two of Pentacles, I get like a decision. With the Four of Cups, you see how this person is kind of reluctant to add their cup to this? This stillness is so strange. The Four of Cups is usually a vibe of like, you know, this smells so contemplative. This smells more like, you know, when someone's been disappointed before and it's like, well, do I, because I feel like they got, you know, when it's like, I'm seeing like a mom give a kid a coin to go use in one of those gumball machines or something, and you got the coin, but now it's like, should I even put it in there? Because what if I get, you know, the sour gummies over, I don't know, the gumballs? It's like, well, what if I use the coin? You know, will it amount to everything that I see for myself, that I want for myself? It's like, let's say they got an investor to give them the means to get that ice cream truck. Well, what if the ice cream truck this? Well, what if, you know, it's giving me, it's really giving me this energy of, okay, well, now that I can do this, I don't know how to explain this, guys. This energy is so weird. So now that I can do this, now that I have the opportunity, will it work out? It's doubt. I can't make, like, literally I feel this doubting energy. I release the need to know all the answers. And I saw a quote today where it's like, you don't need to know what the rest of the staircase looks like. Just take the first step. This is the divine giving this individual the means to take the first step, but they're doubting it. And it's like, you don't need to know everything. But when I tell you this future looks bright, the first card out is one's dreams. I have the Sun, the Six of Cups, remembering what happiness was for me, what that looks like, the harmony, the desire to move forward, the Hierophant, which is my God card, backing this up. I release the need to know all the answers. This is someone who's like on the precipice of a huge change in their life. And they're here maybe overthinking it a little bit. This is like a pause before either accepting this The fact that this is a win-win outcome is forecast is very reassuring because the fiery climax is here. With adversity, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. I feel like this is challenging everything this person has ever known. It's challenging core wounding. It's challenging old perspectives that they maybe have held of themselves and others, or, you know, their reality as a whole. It's challenging a lot. This almost reminds me of like a lighthouse. It's challenging the way they see things. Some of you, this person is like reflecting on things of the past that weren't pleasant and things of the past that are. And they're just doubt, like there's this energy of doubt, like, can I do this? Will this work out? Is this dream really possible to obtain? It's challenging all the what ifs. That's the best way to learn. Like, you're not going to know unless you try, right? I release the need to know all the answers. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. That's what I said with the strength card with the moon. It's like you have to face these things. It's like challenging. My goodness. And this is definitely affecting the soulmate cycle with all these soulmate cards out. I just... This person might have a very hard time either collecting themselves, processing all these feelings. And this, you know, everybody has different levels to their wounding, right? What a wound could be for one person, and maybe, like, you know, a trip down memory lane could be agony for another to face these things. Okay. It's like what could take you 2 days to process and come to terms with could take another person like a week of crying nonstop. I just spoke of wounding. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. And this shift is causing people to look at them. Look at what I spoke of from the top of the reading, which TMI, right? I'm here sharing my dreams and my Chiron, but I'm doing it to encourage people to do the same so that they don't get lost in what this is bringing out of them. Okay? Your discernment is like a very powerful tool of how to process what's happening to you, how to move forward with that. This card says it all. Unhealed wounds. So how do you heal it? By facing it, right? By looking at it. And I feel someone is getting like the divine guidance to do that. But it's very free will based if they pursue it or not. But when I tell you the divine is so confident in saying a win-win outcome is forecast, whether you face it or not, you're going to see this ish, you're going to download this ish, you're going to process this ish. Whether you, yeah, it's like I couldn't escape from that in my dreams, for example. Do you understand? Are there certain things that come out, whether truths, you know, that are happening, that is facing these things dead on? Like there's no way you could avoid this. It's something that is encouraging growth within a person. And from that, if they choose to take the lesson, right, in this page of coins, that's usually learning something new, turning over a new leaf. If they embrace the lesson, it could literally ground a dream they've had in the ethers for a very long time. This is all about grounding it. This will make this person incredibly happy. And that looks very personal to each individual. For some of you, this wound is related to financial matters. For me to mention, like the wound in Chiron, like being Taurus. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. For some of you, this person wants true love. That is the Ten of Cups as well. This is something this person could be realizing, like, I don't know what is happening. I'm getting a lot of messages at once. For some of you, this person's ultimate dream was to be happy with a true love. Maybe they never believed it to be true until now. But the fact this card is saying here and now, this person has fully digested that they have a blessing in their life that they want to pursue. This person could be fearing rejection, reflecting on maybe how they didn't put this cup down or invested in it before. This person could be trying to heal away all these old woundings and get closer to their inner truth. Okay? This person could be doubting what's to come of them applying themselves in a situation they understand they have. Yeah, your true love is already a part of your life. When you realize that, oh heck, it dawns on you, right? A lot, you know, it's like this for some of you here and now, this person has a soulmate of a sorts, and it's basically putting them in a position to look at all their wounds. And that's what's being digested right now. Does this situation align with your values and morals? That's what I said with the word integrity here when the Hierophant came out. That's what the divine is asking this person. Like, what you are currently dealing with, does this align with, you know, your sense of truth, your morals, your principles, your values on how you want to live your life, knowing the dreams you have, knowing, you know, what the divine is presenting you with, knowing, you know, moving through the energy of integrity is being truthful with yourself and others, not lying to yourself and others. Interesting. Okay, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. I know these cards are huge, but I'm going to try to shuffle them anyway. Such a curious dream. Oh my goodness. I keep talking about dreams. Grounding, returning to reality, and coming home. This is exactly what I said. This is the dream, and this is the grounded version of it. And this card literally says, such a curious dream. Grounding, returning to reality, and coming home. This is someone who is in the process of turning their dreams into reality. It's no longer going to be something they fantasize about when they have the epiphany that it's either right in front of them, in their vicinity, or they can do something with this. It's like a golden opportunity that for some of you was here all along, but they only just now fully processed it and looked at the wounds they need to face to obtain it. Very interesting. What's at the bottom? It says, wake up. It's your moment. Wake up. Claim your prize. Wake up. Don't be dreaming anymore. Oh my God. Like, look at, I'm not playing with y'all. Such a curious dream. And it says, wake up. Remember how I said this is someone's dream coming home to reality? It is no longer just a dream. And when I tell you this win-win outcome being forecasted, it's like the divine is so confident in this. This is someone's manifestation grounding into their reality. And again, people don't really know that they're manifesting. You know, we do it subconsciously. Like, no, you don't have to sit home and be like, oh, no, not per se. Some of you do, right? But everyone does it. Everyone does it in some capacity. So I'm saying that ice cream truck was just an analogy, but it's giving me this vibe of like, this person could have been daydreaming about this for years. Maybe they've had dreams about it for years. And I'm just getting this weird, really eerie feeling of it just dawning on this person, like, wow, so I could actually have this? And the divine is like, wake up. That's why they're confident, because whether they realize it or not, they're waking up. And if their surroundings is not a reflection of what they truly desire, and they have the opportunity to get what they desire, this wake-up call is going to push them towards it. That's why the divine is confident, because whether you like it or not, the alarm clock finna pop off, bud. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna see it. There's something about this energy waking people up, making them look at things. So it's like whether you move or not, you're at least gonna see it. You're at least gonna wake up. That's why the divine is like a win-win alchemist forecast, because whether this person moves forward in what they've learned or not, they're gonna learn, you know? It's like they're gonna learn. Wow. Cycles. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. I am done. I am done. This is the moon's magic. I have a lot of cards in this deck. I don't think I've ever seen any of them address the moon. Look at the moon back there. At the bottom, it literally says the moon's magic. It's so funny I mentioned Chiron in Virgo when this is literally a full moon in Virgo. So yeah, this is a very sad looking unicorn, but it's causing for a transformation. For somebody, this is a person looking at themselves a lot, looking at what could be. There's a huge transformation happening here. This could even be your person, right? Or this could be you. There's a huge transformation happening here where someone can't help but look at themselves. Someone can't help but look at what their reality is. Someone can't help but look at what they want. And for a lot of you, someone can't help but take action towards it. Either that or just, this is a very sad unicorn. Okay, either that or, you know, this is a very reflective full moon. And I feel like someone is going to come out on the other end a very happy person if they digest the lesson and change what their core wounding has had them subject to for years. And when they realize that there's like a blessing either presented to them or has been presented to them already, and it can ground itself, like, I'm just seeing someone go through that. Balance. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. Yeah, this is really encouraging people to like heal, relax, process your lessons, move accordingly. All these cards are so scattered. It's your moment. Not the right time. Interesting. But yes. Tell me more. These cards are so cheeky. It says, not the right time. I'm like, oh no, no! Exclamation point. There's something about a green light, okay? There's something about the divine being very specific with the way they're orchestrating what's happening, okay? And I really feel that y'all need to trust this, because it's like it'll ensure success. And it's bringing me back to this card, like someone really needs to like process this. This almost smells like reprogramming oneself, okay? Downloading this transformation. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's happening. And it's like, that's why the divine was saying it was never the right time then, and it might not even be at this point in time from the minute that you watch this reading. But there's some kind of ensuring success, all right? The situation will improve. That's so funny. I just keep pulling decks that I know make sense with this. Remember how I said with the Hierophant, this could be divine counsel or like help? Somebody here could be going to therapy about this. Maybe they've learned something new in therapy. Maybe there's a friend that, you know, is much like a therapist that they spoke to and digested something about. Like, that's probably why the divine is like, it's not the right time, because this is someone processing their core wounding. And that doesn't happen overnight, but I really feel like you can't avoid this. Like, you just can't anymore, because you've woken up. Like, this is an awakened soul, guys. This is someone who woke up to themselves. They're taking a look at themselves. They're no longer distracting themselves. They're digesting everything that I said in this reading that was so hard for me to like dissect myself. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, but that's why it's like, you need to be patient with this process. If I'm speaking to you, there are ways to go about this, but you will come out successful. But this is like, I need to heal this. I need to talk about this. I need to get this off my chest, or I need to talk to someone. That's why I said, for some of you, what could take you 2 weeks, like, for example, right? When I was 16 and my dad passed, I was obviously, you know, grieving, right? I went to 2 sessions. I believe it was 2 sessions with like a child psychologist. I got so much out of those 2 sessions, I didn't feel the need to go anymore. It's like I understood. It's like, once my brain processed what happened, I had to grieve in my own time. But the processing basically helped me not go down a dark path, or darker path, right? Because everybody deals with grief differently. But when I really like put things in perspective, you know, like, oh, why would I want this individual to lead pain, or da da da. And I had this energy of such unfairness with the universe, because I was like, why would you think the one person that had so much unconditional love in our family, like, go? Like, why? Like, I was like, why? I was angry with God. I was like, why would you do this to me? I prayed for this. Like, I prayed for you to heal him. I was so angry, and I was just like, I couldn't process it. 2 sessions, and I was like, all right, understood. And then I grieved organically, but I grieved healthily. What can take someone 2 sessions, other people could take years. Other people, and the trauma too, because some people, they don't get over certain things that happen to them. Some of them never really do, but it could come up in their subconscious mind so that they can work through it. This here, maybe someone from this is realizing, I need therapy. Yeah, counseling and therapy coming out. Yo, for y'all, this could be your twin flame. This could be you. This could be a twin flame. Twin flames do this, okay? They make you look at your core wounding. They make you really like hold a mirror up to yourself, bro. That explains a lot. Dazed and confused, yeah. This reading, this energy has me dazed and confused. They need to like, it's just giving me this energy of like a puzzle. And you're given the puzzle, right? All the pieces, and you're here doing this. Someone here is putting the puzzle together for their new self to emerge from it. That's why some of you need to be okay with it not being the right time. 4334, as I said that. That's another mirrored number. For a lot of you, you and your person are doing this at the same time. Y'all might feel dazed and confused. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean? But this is all about healing these wounds. Because for a lot of you, these twin flames, they can't even, you know, get into union if they haven't, you know, faced those things first. They just bounce right off of each other, trigger the hell out of each other, right? Wow, for some of you, there's a self-worth lesson and self-love. Maybe this should be your focus right now, because I'm telling you, this is someone's dream coming home into reality. And this is the divine's energy of preparing you, your situation, through a wake-up call. Because I got, there was a card at the bottom of the deck earlier that said something about distractions, right? If you think something is merely a dream, and you don't really, you know, give it the time of day, and you go about your day to day, and you get an alarm clock telling you, hey, it's time for that dream to come to earth. Wow. Behind it, it says, becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Yeah. It's like, if the perspective is, I could actually have this, like I could actually do this. Yes, wake up. It's not just a dream. Okay. Wow. I see an apology. I see somebody tempted to start anew with an important conversation here. Twin flame is back. You see how I said something about being busy and distracted? They can't distract themselves anymore, guys. This is someone who literally can't distract themselves from likely a twin flame union. Okay, where they could before, they woke up. It's like ding, 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 ding. That's why the divine is confident. A win-win outcome is forecast, because whether this person does something with this wake-up call or not, they woke up. Wow, they woke up. It's like, and once you wake up, you can never see everything the same. That's why this reading was so hard for, like, I really hope y'all can understand me, because this energy is quite intense. I really hope this made sense. Let's see if your person, irrespective of gender, if they are, whether they're a man or a woman, what would they say under these energies? Also, if you guys are interested in my decks, I saw that in one of the live chats. I have, this is like a prototype, by the way. They're all glossy when I sell them, but I have decks. If y'all are interested, you can just email me. I stopped selling them off of Etsy, but I can ship it to you directly, okay? If you're interested. Just if you're interested. I'm not selling them, but I know a few of y'all asked about it. Like, when are you restocking these? In the Etsy chat. And I'm like, not on Etsy, but I will. I can send it to y'all, okay? So I'm not hoarding these for myself. I can send it directly from the manufacturer. And I like them glossy because you can spill something, wipe it right off. Anyways, what am I doing? That's just for y'all, okay? For those who ask, because I remember I didn't forget you. All right. Let's see what your person would say. This is someone who withdrew. Okay, so this could be a separation phase. I'm more so drawn to the fact that this person's a ghost. Okay, this could be a ghost from your past. For some of you, you haven't spoken to this individual in years. All right, but this feels like a twin flame, so you would know. But there's a lot I need to get off my chest. This person, tell me more. Yes, this is someone who is digesting how often they disappointed a person, why they disappointed a person. This is also an individual who's very distracted with other things. But I'm telling you, this person can't, I'm just seeing this, like they can't do anything under this energy. They can't. Yo, I'm getting karma for all my past mistakes. Now that karma can manifest itself in many ways. Lessons, things that are shown to us, issues that might arise, okay, out of nowhere, that are a direct reflection of past choices from our core wounding, okay? And in healing it, this is such a crazy energy because it really feels out of someone's hands. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no choice but to look at this. That's what it feels like. It's like I'm just seeing somebody like do this to a person, like look at it, and they can't excuse it because there are certain events happening that are forcing a person to look at what their world is, what their reality is, and why it came about, and what you need to do to not have this happen again. So a win-win outcome being forecast is it doesn't matter what you do or don't do at this point. The win is you're gonna see it. You're gonna wake up, right? Which is so intense, guys. I've never really gotten this so blatant, right? I'm building up my strength for you. In the reverse, I feel like this person, they're very, I don't want to use the word weak right now, but yes, they need the courage and the strength to overcome this, because this is them digesting all this information at once. Like this is somebody going, cuckoo, kachoo, I'm an awakened soul now. What do I do with this information? Is this really what I have in my reality right now? Is this opportunity to have a different one really this? Yes. It's like, I'm just seeing this curious dream. Someone was asleep. They thought this was just a dream. Ah, so nice. distracting themselves. Now they're dazed and confused because the divine said, wake the heck up, bro. Like, this is like, and now they're just like, I have a lot to think about right now, because it's just, I just see like a computer being downloaded all over again. Like a whole new program is being downloaded. It's like a whole software update in this person. And they're thinking about everything. And a lot of it has to reflect on the past. As I said, the past mistakes they've made. How it is a direct reflection of their reality. Guys, another thing before I go. There was a series on Netflix that I wanted to tell you about. A lot of the things in the series were very low vibrational. It's called Sex Life. All right, you need to be 18 plus to see that. Just pre-warning. But it reminded me of a twin flame. Okay, a twin flame connection. And I tell you, it was like a domino effect of one person's choices, another person's choices. They could never come together. They would trigger each other. This person's past wounding was affecting that person's past wounding. They lived completely different lives for years. I'm talking, oh, I did this, I have children, oh, and then when one person's ready, the other person got another person pregnant, and it was like, oh my God, like, how are we ever gonna find our way back to each other when I'm ready, you're not ready, when you're ready, I'm not ready. It was like a mind F of a lifetime. It has 2 seasons, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but it was so telling that it was a twin flame. Like, I'm gonna encourage you to watch it if you want to look at something. It was a little spicy, but this is exactly it. You know, it's like when one person's ready, the other person is not. There's frustration, and this is another, and likely the runner, right? Getting ready. Okay, this is like, it's not the right time because the program is being downloaded, and my example is really just that. I maybe need 2 sessions for me to be like, okay, I know what I need to do right now. I was only 16, but it made sense. Like the way this person explained it to me almost was in a more spiritual way. And that's how my soul connected. Like, wow, really? It makes total sense. All right. It wasn't just, oh, your dad's dead and da 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 da, and you need to do this and you need to do that. No, that person was chef's kiss. Like, I can't remember the therapist, but it was just everything I needed to hear at that point. And I just understood. I didn't have that bitterness anymore. And that's something somebody is doing. I really feel that there's something they're doing that is helping them heal it better, heal the wounds better. These could be some old wounds. These could be some fresh wounds. I don't know, but this takes time. Everybody's different, right? This could take a person, you know, a month to get down. Yo, for some of you, this is quicker than one might think. This person could have gotten a lot closer to their faith. I secretly pray about us, and I'm coming towards you fast. So for a lot of you, time is an illusion, right? As I said, what could take one person 2 sessions or 2 sit downs with a friend or an old wise person, right? Whatever it takes for some of you. Somebody here literally went to a pastor and said, you know, Father, like, da 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 da, like, whatever it is that they needed to digest this new program of themselves, of a more healed version. I'm not saying that they're all perfect and cuckoo cuckoo. No. Healing is a forever journey, but a more healed version of themselves, as not to repeat a cycle that brought them all this karma, right? More karma I'm hearing for some of y'all. Anyways, it will have them on the run. That's the Knight of Wands. That's brave, impulsive action, because it's like, I get it now. You know what I mean? They want a new beginning. They want that Ace of Pentacles to ground itself. They want a fresh cycle. The way my device died on cue was quite telling. I think I'm going to leave it there. It's funny because I listened to a voice note of a friend of mine while I was waiting for it to load back, and she was saying like, yeah, I couldn't work today. I was just like trying to distract myself, like cleaning, doing this, that, but I couldn't work. Like, someone's concentration, I feel like this is a collective message. The concentration for one thing at a time is hard to do when there's a lot being processed right now. So take your time with that, guys. Okay, learn your lessons from the past. Look at those wounds, dissect it for yourself, okay, so that you can have a different reality from the one that you're facing. If you weren't happy with the way it was the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, it doesn't matter, right? Everyone's healing journey is different, but just take what you've learned, take what you're processing here, you know, and move forward correctly from that lesson. All right, my nose is itching. I'm so tempted to pluck more, but I won't. I'll leave it there, guys. If this reading resonated, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.